and welcome to the business of being a virtual assistant. I'm your host, Tiffany Parson, and you're watching and listening to episode number 266. Here we talk about the real side of having a virtual assistant business. Today, I'm going to ask you a few questions. I want you to write down the questions. Don't give me an answer right now. It's something to think about, and the answer is for you. It's about why are we doing things? Are we doing things because it's the way it's always been, or are we doing it because it serves us well? I want to use this microphone, for example, and if you're watching the video, you can see my microphone. It's on a stand, like an extended stand. I can't quite show you the extended stand, but it's a stand and extends towards me, almost like if I were playing the piano and I had a microphone off to the side coming towards me. It's that kind of stand in a T shape, if you can imagine. So the funny thing about this stand is I don't remember ordering this stand. It came with something else that I ordered for a microphone, and this stand came with it. For years, I didn't know how the stand worked because it came in pieces and it didn't make sense. I didn't understand it for years, and it was off in the corner. It looked like a quality whatever it was, but I didn't understand it, so I put it off in a corner, sometimes in a closet, just to get it out of the way, but I didn't feel comfortable giving it away. Then one day, as I'm cleaning out my office, getting things organized, I decided to take a closer look at this stand. And then I realized, oh, it's a microphone stand, because I didn't know it was a microphone stand. I started putting it together, figuring it out. And was blown away that I had this nice microphone stand that I've allowed to sit in a corner in a closet and not do anything with because I didn't understand it. I accepted that I didn't understand it because I didn't have time to find out more. I didn't take the time to find out more. So ever since then, I've used it for the podcast, loved it. It's wonderful. But not really understanding fully the stand, I got it together, but there were some parts that were loose. And this part, the top part, would always swing. And some episodes, I'm holding it still because I don't know how to get it to stop swinging. I would turn knobs to tighten, but everything I turned to tighten, it was tightening, but not the neck of the stand. And just today, as I was getting situated, the neck was turning really loose. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to hold this the whole time. So I grabbed the neck and start turning. And I've turned this before, but nothing happened. But today I turned and I turned it and I turned it, and it tightened this microphone stand. And so now it's tight. It doesn't move anymore. Now I understand it because I took the time to figure it out. Not that I set out to say, hey, I'm going to take time and figure out this microphone stand. No, it's swinging. I'm tired of it swinging. So I grabbed what I thought should be the area and twisted the right area this time because there's a little like wheel looking thing. And then there's more of a longer neck that you spin. But I've been spinning the wheel and not the longer neck. The other part to this microphone is that the part that the microphone stand, the part the microphone sits in, the microphone will dip down. So I know I need to tighten that screw to hold it. At least that's going to be my approach later when I can get to a screwdriver. Tiffany, why are you telling us all about this stand? Why are you breaking this down? There are things that we accept because it's always been, or because we don't understand it and we don't take the time to understand it. It's been too long. Take the time to understand it now. How does that look for your virtual assistant business? What does that look like? Are you not looking at your numbers because you don't understand? It's been too long not to understand. It's time to dive in and get some understanding. Are you not moving on to a new service, knowing that the old service doesn't benefit you anymore, simply because we've always provided this service? People expect us, and I'm putting it in air quotes, people expect us to offer this service, so we can't let it go because we've always done it. It's always been this way. If you think about how long you've been in business, and long time is subjective, because for you, 6 months could be a long time. 12 years could be a long time. Whatever your long time is, meaning too long for it not to be serving you. That's what we mean in this episode about, has it been a long time since you've accepted things for how they are because they've always been this way? You don't have to do that. And you don't have to wait for someone to give you permission. You don't have to wait for someone to say it's okay. You're a business owner. And I know it's hard to transition out of a mindset of employee. We're groomed from babies to be employees. If you went to daycare and you were there all day in a structured setting, that's helping to groom us to be employees. Elementary school, grooming us to be employees. Why you say this, Tiffany? Think about how long you were there and the structure and being told what to do from one time frame to the next. All through our years, nursery or daycare, elementary, high school, college, graduate school, and whatever other education that you have where you're in a formal setting. Or maybe high school was where your last formal setting environment, and then you went to work. And you were assigned your desk, your cube, your corner. You were assigned that spot, and you were told you had a lunch hour or a 30-minute lunch, so many breaks. And you had to be here for a certain amount of time in the day, every day, all day. You were told what to wear, when to be there, when to eat. Now, you've started this beautiful virtual assistant business. You love it. You love working with your clients. You love what you're doing. But nobody's providing you with the outline of the day, the structure for the day, the structure for the minute. You're just given a blank canvas. And you get to decide when, how, who. You determine all the details. From when to show up, when to eat, when to take breaks, what to wear. You decide all the comings and goings of the whole thing. Transitioning from being the one to accept the guidelines to the one that's creating the guidelines is a shift. And even if you've been in business as long as I have, it's still a shift, because it's a part of us for someone to come along and tell you how to do things. This is your moment. This is your reminder. You're free. You're free. Free to decide. Free to make a decision. Free to change. Free to no longer accept things how they have always been, because they've always been. You are free. Thank you so much for watching and listening. You have a wonderful and fantastic day.